Hey, welcome to Wednesday, everyone. I'm Ken. It's Ken versus 10, or Ken versus Ken, or Ken something or another. I don't know what we're doing over here. I'm getting back into the swing of things, though. I can tell you that. Now that summer is almost over, Office Patrick Murphy is here. Why, yes, hello, chat and panel sneaking in to say hello and light up that thumbs up. And if you're all looking for something for lunch, for dinner, breaking news, Domino's Pizza still has any pizza, any toppings, $9.99, online only. Local restrictions apply. What is up, Patrick Murphy? Good to see you here. And my friends, Brian and Tracy are here. Mr. Jack's Treasures. How are you guys, my friends? I was just texting with Brian right before the show. Raz is here. Another Christmas song is up over on his YouTube channel, but it is a little on the deranged side. I love all the Christmas parody type of songs and the weird Christmas stuff. So, but of course you see a bunch of Halloween back here with Q4, Halloween, holidays, Christmas, all of that stuff coming up. My mother and Pop are right next door. Breakdancing Judy and my dad are watching right over there. Except it's really right over there, I think, because it's backwards on my camera. Awesome weather to be outside. Danny, I actually have Pickle Resellers. What's up, Danny? I actually wrote a note on my board here to talk about your IG post that you had about checking shipping labels. So I'm going to talk about that after a bit, and I'm actually going to check mine live on the air just to see if I had any shipping labels that were double printed or misprinted or double charged. As soon as I find where they hid that. I think I gotta go. Shipping labels. There it is. It's under the orders tab. We'll get to that here in just a second. Oh, I'm gonna have to widen that screen. Brian saying, hey to Breakdancing Judy and Fred. There's my friend Ray, Nashville Flippers. How can you be first, second, and third place? Well, what Ray's talking about there, for those of you that were following along last week, or I had my big family Labor Day event. All the family comes in and we do games and we have prizes and we have trophies and we have all kinds of stuff and food, lots of food. And one of the events that we did this year was called Birdie Golf, or like badminton golf, because I had bought at a yard sale. Yeah, Judy should, I don't know. Mom, have you ever won an event at the Lazy Bee that garnered you a trophy or some sort of special prize? But we had the Labor Day event, and what is up? Mark is here. Mark Turner, how are you today, my friend? And we at a yard sale, when we were at the Route 30 yard sales, when Chris Cajun was here visiting, I found this. It was called Birdie Golf. It was a vintage game by Wham-O, the Wham-O company, and it was supposed to be. It had these two golf clubs with it, and you set up these little targets like rings. And they had badminton birdies they were like a regular badminton shuttlecock, but on the end they had like a golf ball, like a practice golf ball. And so I set up this course all around because I live right next door to my folks. Uh, but they have a lot that's in between ours. So there's their lot, their other lot that has their garage and stuff on it, and then my property. And so I set up these courses. It was like a 7-hole course. And you use your badminton racket and you hit the golf ball out. And what we did is we kept score. I had official scorecards, and whoever had the lowest score over the weekend, you could play anytime you want with whoever you wanted. You just had to have at least 2 people playing so you could verify the score, make sure that it was right. Well, in the end, I ended up being first place. I had the lowest score, and I also had the second lowest score, and the third lowest score, and the fourth lowest score of everybody. And I usually don't like to win my own trophies and prizes because I want the family to be able to win and take stuff home with them. They come travel from all over to play. Ken, are you still on there, Brian? I was looking for your Instagram live. I was going to show you. I don't know why it didn't notify me that you were live. Because Brian and Tracy are out walking right now. I'll get back to my trophy here in a second. I want to talk about Brian and Tracy for a second. Over at Jack's Treasures, they are doing a challenge this month of September to help support the Prevent Soldier Suicide. Oh, it was under Tracy's. That's probably why I didn't see it. I'll have to see what Tracy's Instagram is and make sure I'm following her so I get those notifications. Susan is here. What is up, Susan? Allegheny Roots. Susan also had a big family event over the weekend that just looked like tons of fun. But we need to know, Susan, what are you having for lunch? What's Susan having for lunch today? It's on the same account. I wonder why it didn't come up. Tagged me in a reel.
Brian and Tracy. Holding the phone, so that's why it feels like we're on an earthquake. We're having an earthquake. We're not actually having an earthquake. I don't understand. Well, that's because I'm watching 10 versus 10. There he is, 10 versus 10, live on YouTube, guys. Go check him out. Okay, he's an amazing person. If you haven't met him, you guys would love him. You're missing out. Yes. Missing out. Flip the view so you can see what we see. Look at this. We are on the Silver Comet Trail in Georgia. Should we in Hiram right now?
So that was Brian and Tracy. They were live. Yes, and I see you tagged me. That's what I was just playing from. And Jill is here as well. There is my Jill hanging out with us today. And Brian was wishing well to Susan on if she's having an awesome school year so far. And so far, I've had really good classes. So that's great. The kids are treating you well this year. That is cool. But okay, I got 3 stories going right now. Brian and Tracy are doing a challenge in September to walk 90 miles in September to help support the Prevent Soldier Suicide. That they that's something that they help support, that they believe in. Brian being a former service in the Navy, and the stats are kind of staggering. What is it, Brian? 22 veterans, soldiers a day commit suicide, I think, on the average. And so they help support that, and it is a very good cause, and that is cool that not only are they supporting that cause, they are getting healthy, getting some exercise, getting out there in the nice weather, which the nice weather is almost over. Today is the last day in the forecast that it might get into the 80s. At least everything over the next 10 days is sub 80 degrees, cooler like 50s and 60s at night. Jeff not getting, he walked 90 seconds so far today. Jeff is not getting as healthy and the exercise out there as Brian and Tracy are. But hey, you can sit and watch me. That's mental exercise. Yes, 22 soldiers a day are committing suicide. And so Brian will be having his Whatnot raid train coming up right around Veterans Day to help support that. And there we go. Now we finally got, now that's why I have all these stories out, because I couldn't really focus not knowing what Susan was having for lunch today. So she is having peanut butter sandwich and Cheez-Its. Yes, I had to ask Susan, but hey, thanks for keeping the show going, right? Susan knows the format. She knows what's up. We got to know what she's having for lunch. Peanut butter sandwich and Cheez-Its. You could put some of them Cheez-Its on the peanut butter sandwich. That'd probably be really good. Yes, love the awareness that they are bringing, says Jeff. That is 100% true. And I actually had a thought in my head today about that and about helping Brian. I'm going to talk to him about that at some point. Kim T is here. What is up, Kim? Hopefully you are having a great day, my friend. No Cheez-Its on the peanut butter sandwich. That she actually threw up on that one. It doesn't sound good. I think it sounds good. Like peanut butter, like cheese crackers. Do you like the peanut butter cheese, like the orange? That's almost like a Cheez-It with peanut butter on it, right? Okay, my trophy that I won Labor Day. Let's finish that story. Birdie golf. I had the lowest score, which was par. It ended up being like a par 16 course or whatever. But I always make custom trophies. So this is designed by me. Birdie Golf 2025 champion. The little mini badminton rackets on there. I made my own birdie with the golf ball, and this represents the hula hoops. Most of the hula hoops were yellow. That's why I went with the yellow, and the birdies were yellow. That's why I went with the yellow theme. So this is my trophy to proudly display on my shelf to commemorate this year's event. And it's a little bit, I don't want to cover up Ray Nashsterio back here. Nashville Flippers, Ray Nashsterio. Well, I know it does seem that way. Well, this one, it's still sitting over here. You all saw this one at 4th of July. This was a custom trophy. The Fam Jam 4th of July putt-putt champion. I got that one too. And I've won several golf. We usually actually had a real golf outing where we would all go to a local golf course and play. And I have a number of trophies for that. Now, not near as many as my dad has. My dad is like the premier golfer in the family. And so he will, and he doesn't hesitate to tell you, that he has the most. You see where I get it, folks? You see where I get my DOG, my delusions of grandeur? My pop. Yes, Jeff, one of the actual holes that we had was you had to hit over my house from the back, like between the house and the garage is there's an area, and that's where the one of the holes were, and that's where the tee box was. And you had to, well, you didn't have to hit over the house. You could have went out and around, but that's not going to be a very good score. But you ended up getting if you hit it onto the roof, it was like a 2-stroke penalty. You got a penalty stroke for being out of bounds, and then you got a penalty stroke for delay of game because you had to get up on the roof, or not get up there, but we had these big long PVC pipes and stuff that you would scrape your birdie down off, or if it went on the garage or in the shed. Look, folks, right here. Look at this comment. My dad says the only reason why you won, and I think that's one, is because he wasn't playing. So, see where I get it? See where I get this DOG attitude? Kim T saying hi to Brian and Tracy. Yes, why you won. Got it. Fred's not wrong, Jill says. She's probably right. Like I said, when we used to have the regular golf tournament, he has a fair amount of trophies for that. Well, the most of all of us, followed by me, of course. Just works out that way. So our Labor Day event, I'll finish up that. Our Labor Day event was fun. We played that game. We played this penny drop game. Had a tournament for that. I made this really cool trophy with this big penny on it. And shout out to the consignment chat ladies, who I think they're actually on live right now. Don't go over there. Don't go over there. Stay here. But I think the consignment chat ladies are on live the same time I am. But shout out to them for introducing me to that game at the Nashville meetup, which was cool. I didn't play Jill did not play in the badminton golf. Just didn't work out to get out there and play. She was busy doing some other projects and running around helping me do stuff and running errands and stuff like that. So Jill did not play. I bet she would have probably been formidable and probably would have I don't know what I was saying. Anyway, great weekend, great fun. Pop darts for Pop Tarts. My brother won that one. And got a month's supply of Pop Tarts and $25 Amazon gift card, which was cool. So anyway, there was that. What else went on over that weekend? How about them Buckeyes? OH. Come on now. OH beat the #1 ranked Texas Longhorns. And we are now ranked #1 in college football. And I'm excited too, because it is, oh yeah, they were frosted. You know, trying to keep that calorie count down. We talked about that, how the non-frosted Pop-Tarts have more calories than do the frosted ones. It was a box, well, like one of the big boxes with like 32, and it was the brown sugar cinnamon and the strawberry, the frosted strawberry. There we go. There's some IOs from Jill. And there's Chris, my friend, Chris Cajun Reseller. So who was Ken's partner on golf who let him manipulate the score? Hey, I always played with multiple people every time. Uh the LSU Tigers, the real Death Valley. Yes, LSU did well. They moved themselves way up in the rankings as well with their big win. Um, yes, well, technically they're all in the family because it's all family members. So every now and then, one of the very first years that we did these events, we did cornhole. We played cornhole, and I made this really cool cornhole trophy. And at that time, my niece had brought a boyfriend with her to play, or not to play, but to the event. And then he won the event, took my trophy, and then they broke up. And so one trophy out of all the years is outside the family. And I have no idea what happened to it. And there is Roman is here. Reseller Life, Roman. I decided to sign Ken to pitch for the Cleveland Indians the rest of the season as a closer. Even if he throws 10-mile-per-hour fastball, Chris won't be able to hit it. Oh, yeah. North Carolina in Bill Belichick's debut. It didn't look so good. Didn't look so good. How about them Knowles? Brian checking in. Sign Chris as catcher and let Ken throw to Chris. At least with wild pitches, Chris will be running all over trying to find the ball that Ken threw to him. Because you got an old man that doesn't care as your coach dating a girl that is his granddaughter's age. Yeah, it didn't. We'll see. It takes a little bit of time. I will say, Bill Belichick is the best coach that's ever coached the game. I'm going to say it right there. But speaking of that, here's what I'm excited about too, is it is officially NFL week. NFL football is back this week, and I've got lots of stuff to get done in the next few days. I was already working out in the garage this morning, working on my eBay page, working on getting some stuff ready to do some listing, changing a few things around in my account. But I decided, as busy as we've been here, Jill and I, over the last month or two, and NFL, I'm not doing anything Sunday. I'm not doing one thing but sitting in my chair watching football. I'll have the Browns on. Browns, of course, go Browns, playing against the Bengals. But I will also probably have one channel to flip over to. I like to watch the NFL Red Zone, especially when I would play. I'm not in any fantasy leagues this year. But I like to watch the Red Zone. And there's Chris. Jeff, don't worry, man. Ohio State won't play UNC. Otherwise, the score will be like 1,000-0 in favor of the Buckeyes. But thanks for your support, Chris. Usually you're digging on my team. Apparently, Chris likes me a little more than he likes Jeff. So, which is understandable. I love me some Jeff. Lori is here. What is up? Hey, friends. Hey to you as well, to you and Kyle. There's also some folks that are out there walking, not walking for exercise, walking to just be out in nature. Belichick was terrible. Yeah, once Brady left. Brady won another Super Bowl after that. Uh-oh. I'm in trouble. When am I in trouble? Why am I in trouble? Uh oh, wait a minute, I said that wrong. That was Roman that said that. Wait, I'm all confused. I'm gonna skip ahead in the chat. I also enjoy watching the NASCAR, but it's not greater than the NFL. I love uh I love NASCAR, have the races on every week. Um uh Buckeyes are national champs this season again, back to back, back to back. We'll see how it goes. And that's possible depending on how we do. We got good draft picks, good trade material. My one chat is off from my other chat. Cleveland, it takes a special kind of person to continue to be a fan. Window licking kind of special. It's a tough existence. It is a tough uh it's tough to be a Browns fan year in and year out. But um yeah, the crafty veteran, Joe Flacco. So anyway, I want to go back to something I talked about there in the beginning. I don't know if Danny Pickwell Resellers is still here. Um oh yeah, there we go. If we can switch Chris Cajun from being a Saints fan to a Browns fan, that's all we want. That's all we want this season. We are recording Roman. We are recording like my hero Roman. I don't know what that means. But Danny Piqua had mentioned something in an Instagram post today about checking your shipping labels to make sure that things aren't double printing, to make sure you're being charged correctly. And it's something that I never do on a regular basis, but when somebody brings it up, um, it's like, oh, so I'm over here, I'm looking at my shipping labels, which if you are on your seller hub on eBay, anyway, under the orders, the little orders tab, all the way at the bottom is shipping labels. And so there are the ones that I shipped for this morning. Got some stuff in transit. Delivered. So far, everything is looking good. I have no doubles. Shipped and see, I have this one actually that I shipped July 30th, and the customer had contacted me. I think the post office lost it. It's still in transit. Let's go ahead and click on running behind. Original estimate was Saturday, August 2nd to Thursday, August 1st, and it has not got there. It said Monday, August 4th, so a whole month ago, that it was out for delivery, and it never got finally scanned, or we don't know where it's at. But I'm trying to work with the customer and help them to figure out, what we can do. It's been a month. I haven't heard anything back from anything, but my shipping tab looks good. No errant labels, but yeah, if you follow Danny Pickwell Resellers, he's all the time giving good hints and tips and stuff, just things that he sees in his account, or just keeping posted on what he's doing. And it makes you think, like, oh yeah, I need to check this stuff. Yeah, Danny is a good dude. He is, and he's an Ohio boy too. So You can't go wrong with that. Getting tired of the word cute on it's super cute, Jeff. Oh, look at this. This is super cute. Oh, look at this fun ornament. Look at this. Oh, look at this little squirrel bell. This thing is just super cute. Little Christmassy squirrel bell. Shout out to Kristen, a rural squirrel. But yes, everything is cute. Everything is cute on live selling. Um uh like I say, I'm gonna skip past if I'm switching to a different team, it ain't going to be to a terrible team. Well, that kind of every year we're hopeful. Every year we're hopeful. Kristen is super cute. There you go. Kristen is super cute as well. Good thing I gave up live selling, I guess. Lori, was everything super cute? Was everything super cute? Jeff, Tracy is going to say it a bunch tomorrow in her poo show. Tracy is having a poo show. And we all know that's Winnie the Pooh, and she's not going to sell piles of shit. We don't we don't know. Yeah, I said it all the time. Well, Jeff will no longer be offended then. Oh, and Chris has just been chilling, binge watching 5 seasons of Prison Break. Chris, we oughta get together and challenge one another, keep one another accountable. Well, you work all the time. You need to keep on me about working. What is up, Todd? Silver Hair Stacker is here. Howdy, Ken and crew. It is good to see you in the chat. Too many Ohio people here. Yeah, it is an Ohio heavy chat. It is for sure. Because we're all in a decent time zone. That's why. We're all in that Eastern time zone, the time zone that is what the world runs on. And that's why everybody's like, oh, it's kind of lunchtime. Oh, look, Ken's on. Let's go watch him. Brian walked 25 miles yesterday. Good job, Brian. After he walked for 25 miles, he decided today he will run for 50 miles. Can do that in October. Chris, we love our state. We do. Ohio's a good place to live. And it's growing with, especially down towards the Columbus area with, technology. Intel is building a big, huge plant down there. There's all kinds of, different, jobs coming into the state. I think Ray challenged me. Yeah, if Nashville Flippers, Ray, if you're still listening, are you taking on Brian in a t-shirt battle, graphic tee battle? I'm sorry. I missed your comment earlier. I said, what is one thing we can expect every day? Ken to list 0 items. How many did Ken list this week? Prove me wrong. I can't do it, Chris. I cannot prove you wrong because I listed exactly 0 items this week. But I'm done with all of my events. September, we're gonna hit it a little heavier this month, doing some Whatnot. We got a Whatnot show this Friday. At some time, I think it's 5 p.m. on Friday. It is a raid train, a music raid train. And we are going to be featuring a lot of the custom pieces that Jill makes, where she takes old band shirts and she'll take the sleeves off. She'll put new sleeves on them, or she'll take an old t-shirt and cut it up, put it on like a denim jacket and put, other accoutrements around, studs and borders. And they're like really cool pieces. They're a little higher dollar than what, Susan, yes, have a good afternoon. If you're not gone already. Yeah, and that was Chris, Q4 coming up. That was my thumbnail today. Am I too early or too late for Q4? And what I meant by that is, am I too early on a live show, because everybody's going to be talking about Q4 if they're not already talking about it already. I still have an account, Brian. I still have an account, and I'm expecting you. See, this is our first show back since Christmas in July shows. This Friday, and Brian, you and Tracy raid into Jill and I, and so I'm expecting you to help bolster our show in bringing a good crowd over. I'm not putting it solely on your shoulders, but that'd be nice to get a decent crowd in there, kind of on our way back into Whatnot. But some of the pieces that we're going to be selling are a little higher dollar than what people would normally have on Whatnot, but they're custom pieces. They're one of a kind. They're UAC, if you will. And then we have a lot of other graphic tees. Depending on how the crowd is, we've got a really killer giveaway. It is a signed, the band Feel. We talk about the band Feel here a lot. It is a signed t-shirt by all the members of the band Feel, who are heading back out on tour. Catch them if they come to your area. So that that is going on, but again, like I say, I'm going to get back into it. My garage is a mess. We're talking about maybe having a yard sale. We'll see how that goes. I told my folks today, Jill wants that giveaway. Well, we're going to see how the crowd is. And we have like 10 people in there. I don't want to do that unless we got some buyers. Might make it a buyer's giveaway. We'll see. You can sell higher dollar items on Whatnot. We do it all the time. Yes, you do. You're selling everything over there. And look at the great deals that Roman's getting. 24 karat gold bracelet for $10. Thanks, Brian. So I was talking there at the beginning about the weather, and this is one of the last 80-degree days. It's one of those things where it's like, I love those days where you're warm like all day. You can go outside, whether it's 2 in the afternoon or 2 in the morning, and it's warm and it's comfortable. I love that. And then just like, here this week, all of a sudden, like this last week, you go from like putting shorts on in the morning to now putting jeans on. And it's just like all of a sudden it's cold again, cold at night. Oh, it was great weather though to have fires, because we always build a big like fire in a fire pit during our Labor Day thing. Some nights it's just like, some weekends we've had, it's just still been way too hot. And you sit out there and it's like everybody sits way away from the fire. But this time everybody was all huddled up close in, nice, big, beautiful fire. And Well, there we go. There is some friends checking in. Haven't seen for a while. Flipping fantastic podcast. Hey Ken. I'm assuming Elisa is who is checking in. Um, but it might be Mo. It might be Mo over there. Good to see you. Um, yeah, I keep getting tripped up on that too, Lori. It's Roman was Roman Adventures. Um, and he recently changed his name and his channel name to Reseller Life. He has been doing some Saturday night shows again, which is always good to see him. Um, Roman, he didn't know either. Oh, flipping fantastic. It's Amy. What the hell am I thinking? What is up, Amy? Beach by repeat. I bet it's Amy. Hey, Amy. Hi, Amy. I'm way out there too. And Amy tried to get Roman to change his channel to Virginia Beach Reseller, which is a little ways away from the Cleveland, Ohio area. Yeah, Amy is busy right now. Yeah, I haven't followed anybody on anything. And I'm wondering, so I don't know anything that's going on out there, but I did see Grams and Pops video that came out earlier. It comes out like an hour before my show starts, so I'm usually getting ready for the show and stuff like that. But their thumbnail was something about that there's drama in the reseller community and they have opinions. So I will be interested to see what Grams and Pops have to say about it's chaos. I think it was chaos in the reselling community. That's cool. Amy's moving to Ohio soon. You heard it here first via Roman. So take that with a grain of salt, but pretty soon Amy will be on Ohioan and we will welcome her in with open arms. Go Bucks, go Browns. It's all lies. It's all lies. What else was I going to talk? Oh, I know something that I am excited for because every weekend, do you guys have festivals like street festivals or whatever in your area? Let me know what you have going on in your area because this weekend, it's always the weekend after Labor Day, is the Marion Popcorn Festival, the Big Pop, as I like to call it. And it's a 3-day, it's like Thursday, Friday, Saturday. And basically all the way down through the main street of our town and all of the offshoot streets. And I don't know how many blocks it goes. Where does it start? At State Street? Mom, I think it's State Street, Main Street, Prospect Street, down to whatever that next one is or the next two. So it's about 4 or 5 blocks, city blocks, all the way down through and all the offshoots. And Kim, that's why I didn't welcome you in. Well, you didn't move here yet, Brian. I did welcome you with open arms. I even think I gave you a big hug when I seen you. What band is playing there? So 3-day festival, Kim, I'm gonna cover that. Is oh yeah, Brian's in Ohio all the time. He says that listen to this nonsense. Brian's talking about the travel. They've been doing a lot of travel. They're going down to Florida soon. They're doing all this stuff. But Brian's like, oh, we go to they're in Georgia, they go to Tennessee all the time, they go down to Florida, and he's like, oh, and we're in like Ohio all the time. It's once. He's been here once. Is that really all the time? Simmer down. Simmer down, Brian. Oh, look at all this Halloween stuff. I have these things out here for decoration. Plus, it's things I was gathering up for Q4, for Halloween. I've already been selling since in 1st of August was selling Halloween stuff. Brian did not make it to Cleveland yet. However, that was a fun time. It was during the when Brian Tracy came for the Seville citywide yard sales. There was also the same weekend a citywide in another town close called Barberton, and Roman came down because it wasn't far, about 45 minutes, maybe an hour for Roman to come down. So me and Jill and Roman and Brian and Tracy, which is just a recipe for disaster, really. I mean, if you thought, uh-oh, these 5 people all together, it's not going to go well. Phenomenal fun day. I don't believe so, Jeff. I am not going to the East Tennessee meetup. Yeah, Brian, he's going to move up here. Maybe not Cleveland. Jill did need therapy. Sometimes the therapist needs therapy. Jill was not right for 2 or 3 days. She just kind of curled up in a fetal position. She just kept going, Roman, Brian, together. But we had a good time. And Jill's cousin Dan came down. We all had lunch together one day. Just a great time. Just a great time. But the Big Pop, the Marion Popcorn Festival. Did I miss something? Did any of you guys have festivals in your area? It's a 3-day festival, and they have entertainment every day. And Saturday is usually the main entertainment, and it's usually like pop or rock. Friday nights are country. And I'm trying to get to the thing so I can see. I'm going to go to the history of but this year I'm excited. This year, the main entertainment on Saturday is Quiet Riot, the band, the heavy metal band from the 80s, 90s is Quiet Riot. Not, some of the members have passed away. There's only one original member left. The bassist, Rudy Sarzo, is there, is still playing with the band, but some of the others have passed away or moved on to yes, they were the first heavy metal album to be #1. Yes, that is Come On, Feel the Noise. Mama, We're All Crazy Now, Slick Black Cadillac, Metal Health, their big song and the big album. And there is Patrick Murphy is back again. He always checks in early and then checks in a little bit later. It's good to see you, Patrick. We're talking about the Marion Popcorn Festival right now, but it started in 1981. So what is that? 81, 91, 2001, 2011, 2021, 22, 23, 24, 25. So it's 44 years that they've been doing it. Yes, Bang Your Head. I plan on banging my head. I'm going to go up. Last year, Jill and I went up. Jackal, the band Jackal was the main entertainment. Yes, there we go. Patrick finally completed our weekly Ohio live meetup. Very Ohio heavy. So who do we got here? We've got Roman, we've got Patrick Murphy, we've got Kim T, we've got Jill, of course, is here. We've got Danny Piqua is here. I'm looking back. Do we have any other? Susan. Susan was here early on for her lunch. My mom, Breakdancing Judy, and my dad watching right next door. And as we established, Amy Beach by Repeat will be moving here soon. According to Roman, your mileage may vary. What is up? And then there's Joe. I'd flip that. Checking in. Yes, hashtag Ohio for life. Joe, we're talking about the, yeah, my mom and dad are here. Brian and Tracy. What's up, Joe? Everybody's saying hi to Joe. Joe, we're talking about the Marion Popcorn Festival. This year, main entertainment on Saturday evening is Quiet Riot. Looking forward to that. The person for, I don't even know who the country guy is. I don't usually pay attention to the country guy. Yeah, and Brian, they're almost have squatters' rights here in Ohio. They're here all the time. How about them apples? Shane, Soda City Flips. Everybody is hanging out today. What is up, Shane? Long time no see, my friend. Joe, ugh. Jeff is here. What's up, Shane? It's been, like I said, I haven't been following much YouTube or whatever. I don't know what's going on out there. I don't know who's still doing shows. But it is good to have you here. Glenn popping in. Swamp Picker, hello, hello. But over the years, they have had, at the Popcorn Festival, some really great entertainment. Now, the very first year in 1980, I'm not going to go through all of these, but the very first year, the main entertainment was Ray Stevens. Come on, The Streak, Santa Claus is Watching You, all kinds of great stuff. Ray Stevens, the group, the Letterman, like 50s, 60s doo-wop kind of a group, and Henny Youngman, comedian Henny Youngman. Now, this is, what did I say? This is the 44th year. I've been to every single one of the popcorn festivals. But in the 80s, they used to get top name people. Yes, you are big time when you make it to the main entertainment of the Popcorn Festival. You know, these days it's, again, Jackal was there last year. Let's see. Let's go. Last year was Jackal was the main entertainment. The year before that, country was Colin Ray and Blackstone Cherry. Lita Ford was there in 2022. They usually Thursday night, they have some sort of a tribute band, musical tribute band. And let's see, let's go back. 2017 was the Prince Experience, a Prince cover band, which was good. 2019, the Four Horsemen, which was a Metallica cover band. Rumors, a Fleetwood Mac tribute. Kathmandu, Bob Seger. Um, Last year, Harvest and Neil Young. This year, it is an Eagles. Wait, is that right? An Eagles tribute band. Um, and so that's pretty cool. But back in the 80s, now these, like right now, you're going, oh, that's not that big a deal, these people. But at the time, these people were on top of the charts. They had current charting hits. 84 for country, Louise Mandrell, and then the Pointer Sisters were there. The Guess Who was there that year. 85 was Charlie Daniels, the Commodore. Cheap Trick. Cheap Trick was there in 86. Michael McDonald, 87. Just so many. And I could, Gloria Stefan and Miami Sound Machine, I think was probably the year the biggest crowds ever. They had to put up big screens on the sides. People were all up and down all the side streets. It was nuts. It was, heck yeah. Put me on the highway. Show me a sign. REO Speedwagon. Some other country people like Eddie Rabbit. Larry Gatlin and the Gatlin brothers were here. But they have, over the years, Smokey Robinson, Joan Jett and the Blackhearts. I remember that show. That was a great show in 1990. The Statler brothers. Oh, may he rest in peace, Eddie Money. Eddie Money was here in 91. I miss Eddie Money. I almost got to see him a second time. Now, there's a story. Yes, the Statler brothers. The Statler brothers were here. Oh, no, because Jill knows. I almost got to see Eddie Money a second time. But alas, it didn't happen. And then he passed away. I have to tell that's, I'll just tell it right now real quick. For my surprise birthday party for me, I forget how old I was. But Jill organized this thing with our group of friends. We're going to go, and I didn't know what it was. I just knew we were going someplace. But I also knew that same weekend, Eddie Money was playing close to our area at like a casino up north, Northfield Park. Roman, you probably know Northfield Park. Eddie Money was playing there. So I thought Jill was taking me and our group of friends to see Eddie Money, right? How cool would that have been as a surprise birthday gift? So I actually they made me put on a blindfold and I got in the car. But, you know, it's my town. And so I know the direction that Jill's turning. It's like, well, you wouldn't go that way to get down to Columbus. And we get down, then we drive. And I'm like, where could we be? You know, she made some lefts and rights and stuff like that. And we end up over at the fairgrounds here in my town. And Eddie Money was not playing at our fairgrounds. But there was another band that I like. They're kind of a local. They're out of Cincinnati. Patrick, have you ever heard of the band The Menus? They do cover tunes, but they're goofy and wild, and the lead singer changes tons of outfits, and they're just super fun. And I enjoy seeing The Menus whenever I can. So in the end, after I got over the disappointment of not see Eddie Money, I was overjoyed to see that we were going to see the Menus. But it also ended up to be one of our local high schools in the area. It was their reunion. like class reunion. And what this school does, rather than each class having on, they have one big event for all the classes that have ever graduated. And they had hired the menus to play there. And one of our friends in our group just so happened to have graduated from that school. And so I think it was when I turned 50. I think it was when I was 50. And so I spent my 50th birthday at my friend's high school graduation, or not graduation, but high school reunion. But we got to see the menus, and then Eddie Money died. What are you gonna do? But the Marion Popcorn Festival, again, all the food vendors, DeRusso's, shout out to DeRusso's Italian Sausage. Every year, 3 days in a row, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, I get DeRusso's Italian Sausage. And okay, what do you guys, if you go to a street festival or a fair or something like that, you know, they have all the food trucks. What's your favorite food truck item? Like what you, if you're going to one of your local festivals, what are you looking forward to? Like me with the, I know, right, Joe? And I'll never, ever get the opportunity again. There we go. Elephant ears for Office Patrick. Italian sausage. Well, Kim, you should come down to the Marion Popcorn Festival and get DeRusso's Italian sausage. But yeah, I want to see what you guys for, because there's another item that I get. Oh man, it's my favorite. It's really my favorite of everything. Who else? Loverboy was at the Popcorn Festival. David Lee Roth, Three Dog Night, the band Kansas, Firehouse, and the Romantics played on the same night because Night Ranger was supposed to play and they had to cancel, but they did come back a couple years later. Yes, the sugar waffles. We call them sugar waffles. They have different names. It is Italian, Chris. It is. That's how you pronounce it. It's Chris's go-to is funnel cakes. Chris is always getting on me. I think he was working me over when he was here last. How do you get it's that word is Italian. But I'm looking for the, but mine, deep fried vegetables. I absolutely love. It's the first thing I find when I get there, and there's usually, 2, 3, 4 stands, and so I'll try the different ones each weekend to see which ones are the best. Thursday night of the festival, I always go up with my sister. We always kind of go up. We go up late because there's a parade. There's a big parade on Thursday through the town. And after the parade is over and it gets a little bit later, my sister and I go up and we kind of walk through the festival to see what's new and grab something to eat. And then Friday, Jill will usually come down. She will be here because we are doing the show, the Whatnot show on Friday. And then after the show, we'll go up to the Big Pop, the Popcorn Festival, and eat some more food. I know, Kim, right? Getting hungry now. And I don't know what I was going to say there. Let's see a few more. Steppenwolf was here. 38 Special was here. Foreigner. Oh, one of the years, the Kiss Army, which was a Kiss tribute band, was here. Hell's Bells and AC/DC. But 2020 was the only year. Of course, that was the COVID year. No festival. They didn't have the festival because at least we agree on Wooster. That's right, Chris. Not Worcester. WOOSTER. WOO. Woo. Wooster. What is up, Chad? Now, Chad is technically an Ohio guy as well. He no longer lives in Ohio, but he's Ohio born and bred. So we got that going for us, too. I don't call it Italy, but I call it Italy, but it's not Italian. It's Italian. Go Buckeyes. See, there you go. We talked about the Buckeyes earlier and their big win. See, Chad's also, this is almost an all Ohio chat every week. The band Great White played there. Like I said, Great White, Lita Ford, Blackstone Cherry, Hinder. Hinder was another band that was here. Kelly Pickler was a country one. And here was, I don't know, does anybody else have this bucket list item? In 2013, I actually got to do the YMCA with the Village People. The Village People were here in my town, and of course they did YMCA. And how many of you have actually did, I know, right? How many of you have actually did, yeah, there you go. Chad knows he's in Ohio, but it's definitely Wooster, Ohio, rhymes with rooster. You don't say rooster. It's not it doesn't like it. That chicken is not a rooster. It's Wooster. Ken, we're in chaps for the Village. No, I was not wearing my chaps that night. Notice I said my chaps because I may have some. I got to meet Kelly Pickler a long time ago. She is awesome. Yeah, I remember that show was good. Yes, they added a new character. I was the Santa, the Village People, the cop, the construction worker, the cowboy, and Santa. But yeah, the Village People were here. I got to do that. Let's see who else. Boys to Men was here. Blues Traveler, if I didn't say them. Sawyer Brown, Survivor was here. Molly Hatchet. But just lots of big entertainment over the years. Again, nowadays on Thursday is a let me see who is this year's country person, because maybe some of you guys know who it is. History 2025. Maybe some of you guys know who it is and you want to come down. So it's the headliners are Out of Eden. They're a Eagles tribute band. That is tomorrow night. Chase Beckham. Chase Beckham, who was an American Idol winner, is here on Friday night. So I don't know if any of you guys watch if Hanson could have only been here. Yes, the festival booking agent is on fire. They are. I mean, and especially that 80s to 90s. I mean, the people that were here were top name entertainment. But if you watch American Idol and you watch the year whenever Chase Beckham won, he will be here in town on Friday, and then Quiet Riot on Saturday. And then they also have a couple of other smaller stages. There's a couple beer gardens that have local bands, local entertainment, and they pull from either like in our town, but a lot of the bigger names that come from like up from Columbus and stuff like that will play in the beer gardens. Um, they have a smaller stage all the way down at the end that is really local people, but it's fun to walk down there, check those people out. They get their opportunity to perform. So it's a lot of fun, and I'm looking forward to it. Oh, here we go. A reseller band. We need to do this. The thrifty thriftiers. All the equipment will be secondhand. A triple mega platinum breakout song will be a ballad to eBay. One of those like rock ballads that all of the bands had there. You are late. We're getting ready to shut this down here in just a few. And I'm going to go, even though my mom's getting me ready. She's prepping me for the fall season. Corey, that you're here. I don't know why I thought of this as soon as Corey came in. We are having cocoa wheats. Yeah, we haven't had cocoa wheats for a while because it's really not like a summery sort of a thing. It's a Corey, he does it on purpose. He's probably been watching. He's probably in here first. I was telling Corey that I'll be interested to see your new video talking about all the chaos and the drama and getting your opinion on what's going on out there. So go watch Grams and Pop's new video. Battle of the Drummers. It's Ken versus John Cincinnati Picker. I didn't know that John played drums. I did not know that. Well, how do you know it's clickbait? Maybe they do have strong opinions about what's going on. Cocoa wheats is an all-weather food. It's more of a fall-winter sort of a thing to me. But we're having cocoa wheats today, right after the show. Mom, you can probably, well, don't get them ready yet because I'll talk to Jill after this. Seems to be a trend. It dropped. I started watching it. Oh, okay. Yes. Going to find out what Grams of Pops has to say. But yes, this all. So, is anybody in this chat also play instruments? I can play the drums. Anybody else got that can be in our band with me? Patrick, do you play anything? Chad? Get this reseller band. We'll perform at the next Nashville meetup. That's what we'll do. Kim, do it. Do it. Come down to the popcorn festival and get you an Italian sausage and a signed headshot. Should make popcorn festival headshots. Jill plays flute. Jill plays the flute. That's right. You bought one at a yard sale this year. Chris can play the trumpet. Man, we're gonna end up being like a band like Chicago or something like that. We'll be like one of them horn bands. Corey plays the recorder. Man, there's not a lot of songs that feature. Oh, and there you go. I got a fever, and the only prescription is more cowbell. So, Office Patrick, he's the percussion. He's got Chad's son plays the drums as well. Cowbells. Sorry, Brian. Yeah, it would just be an all cowbell band. Yes. Oh, I can't think of a better front man. I'm bad scratch guitar. I could be a good front man. Get Joe out there just rocking the tunes, belting out the play acoustic guitar. Okay. Hey, well, all we got to do is plug that thing in. Same thing. Same thing. Yeah, Brian's going to play the bong. He could play the gong bong. There we go. We're going to get this thing that's Joe plays the saxoboom. Yes. Oh, I missed that where Joe said that. Joe plays the saxoboom. Man, this band is shaping up. Saxoboom, acoustic guitar, a couple of cowbells, the trumpet, the flute. I think we're going to make some big hits. Jill has a banjo if anybody can play it. Kim's on the washboard. She's playing the washboard. Man, we got to start writing some songs. I should go into AI and tell it to write me a song about AI, but using all of these instruments. Yeah, a horn band. Be one of them horn bands. Oh, and an accordion. Jill also has an accordion. If anybody can play it. Jill doesn't play the accordion. Man, I think we're on to something here. And she has a xylophone. And all of those, Jill's xylophone, the accordion, her flute, they're all secondhand. I have an electric drum kit. And it's secondhand. Patrick Murphy's cowbell was from his mom's estate. Oh, she does? She plays the saxophone? Do you have a secondhand yard sale saxophone, Tracy? Sounds like Weird Al's dream band. I'm in. Exactly. Oh, yes. Of course, Anna is actually, she's going to be the anchor, like the backbone of our sound, because she'll just play like on the recordings in the studio. We'll just have Anna play all the parts. And then when we're out there, live, we'll play. We'll be like these bands are nowadays, where it's just like backing tracks, like it's coming on, but it'll all be Anna. We'll be like the Milli Vanilli of instruments, rather than lip syncing and singing. Lip syncing the songs will all just be playing off of Anna's talents. So wait, we're gonna have a shirtless, oiled up man on the saxoboom. So 80s, right? Yes, we're gonna do 80s style with all with all of these instruments. Oh, my mom plays the clarinet and a little piano. We got the horn section going here. Sure, if you can pick one up at a yard sale. Definitely need more cowbell. Crossing guard. And we'll play Crossing Guard, Guardian Angel. And that's a whole nother story. That's deep. That's a deep cut, Jill. That's a deep cut. Crossing Guard, Guardian Angel. At the air guitar, somebody's got to be rocking off, rock. Can I say rocking off? Yeah. Someone's got to be rocking out like to the side. We still need a vocalist. Yeah, I don't know of this group who's the best singer. Of course, Joe's going to be the front man. So, oh yeah, Roman. It has to be. Look, 2 votes in for Roman. 2 votes in for Roman as the lead singer of, we'll have to come up with a name, the Thrifty Thriftiers. Yes, hashtag agreed. Okay, this is just I love it. So I'm gonna go. I'm gonna get out of here. I'm gonna go talk to my Jill, and then I'm gonna go eat some cocoa wheats, and then I'm going to take my packages over that I already have ready for shipping this morning, and then I'm going to be out in the garage working. Hashtag derailed. That's right. But that was fun. That was fun. We're going to have to look into this. I'm going to write down. I'm just going to write the word band on my notepad here. Not my notepad, my whiteboard. I'd flip that official whiteboard that I got for participating in the Reseller Game Show Showdown. Yes, Chris, I am going to work today. I am going to work. It's not working. It's stay on me, Chris, though. Keep on me. Eventually I'll make you proud. It's the only thing that I have in life is to make Chris Cajun Reseller proud of me. I've just disappointed so many people. Chris hasn't been disappointed yet, so need to go get lunch someplace. Yes. Do you have any place to go that has Italian sausage and deep fried vegetables, sugar waffles? I am going to be daydreaming about this. I have to get my drum set back out. It's in the corner of the garage, all covered up. Anyway, everybody have a great week. If you have a festival in your area, simmer down, Kim. I end up getting a picture of a big old plate of crab legs or something here after a bit. But I'm going to go do all those things. I am going to get to work. Enjoy the rest of your week. Be productive. Get outside while we still have some nice weather left. And I think that's it. I think that's all I got for today. So appreciate every one of you coming, hanging out for a little time, popping in, popping out. All the people that I haven't seen for a while, Amy, Shane. I think that's it. That's all the ones that I haven't seen for a while, because everybody else is pretty much a regular here, and I appreciate that very much. And hopefully you got a little something done. It's Wiener Wednesday. Wait a minute, Jill. It's Wiener Wednesday across the street, apparently. Across the street from where? Where is this said Wiener Wednesday? And Jill, are you going? Are you still talking about getting something to eat? That's Oh, is this inside? Is this inside info? Hey, enjoy the rest of your Wiener Wednesday, everybody, and we will see you next week. Taco Tuesday. Okay, Wiener Wednesday. Gotcha. Why, yes, hello to Wiener Wednesday. See, I don't do Ken versus 10 anymore, right? Or I haven't done the 10 part. Perhaps I should change the name of this show to Wiener Wednesday. See if that boosts the room count. Oh, at Nellie's. Okay, Nellie's is a bar across the street from where like Jill's office is. That's funny. All right, enjoy your week, everybody. We will talk to you next Wednesday, if not before. Maybe it'll be Friday night on our Whatnot show, 5 p.m. Go to Whatnot, bookmark that show, come buy some music-related stuff, and especially those shirts that Jill has worked so hard on, and they're stellar. There's a couple of them that you just look at and you go, how cool is that? There's a Kiss one. There's a cool Woodstock theme. Jill, what is the other? Pink. The artist Pink. If you know Pink and you like Pink, there's a very cool shirt that Jill did that's pink. So corn dogs will be allowed, Office Patrick. Yes. We will be raiding into Ken. Yes, Brian and Tracy are on before. So 4 p.m. Eastern time. Just go ahead and lock that in right now. Go bookmark. Watch Brian and Tracy sell their music items, and then stick around to raid into us, and it should be a fun evening. And then we're going to go to the Big Pop. So have a great day, everyone. We'll see ya.